Hello, first grade. It is me again, Mr. McBride from Mockingbird Elementary. I am very excited to show you today how to draw your very own Joan Miro inspired artwork. Just remember, there's no right or wrong way to do an abstract figure. So, number one, try your best. And two, just have fun with it. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. Here's an example that I've made. You can tell that I used a lot of different colors and a lot of different shapes. I'm going to show you how you can approach if you're a little stuck and you don't know where to begin. I'll show you how you can start your own very own figure. We might mix it up a bit, what I have here as well. You can use whatever you have available to you. I'm going to be using some Sharpies and some markers to color it in. That's how I did it last time. If you have oil pastels, if you have colored pencils, if you just want to do some pencil, just a pencil drawing is fine as well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have to pick a shape for the head. I'm worried about shapes and lines before I even think about my colors. So I'm going to start with the head. I'm going to put it towards the top of my paper where my fist is at, and I'm going to do some sort of round shape, but it's not going to be perfect. It's like kind of a pebble you might find in the river. It's a round shape, but it's not perfect circle. From this point, I'm going to make a body, and I got to figure out what kind of shapes I want to do. I think I might do something similar to what I did last time. What I did last time is I had wavy lines that went down and they got bigger as they went out. I'll connect them. And there's my body shape. Once you have those two things, you're going to you can still worry about what shapes am I adding to my head, what am I adding to my body. But the way you'll get your shapes is by thinking about lines you know. It could be straight lines, it can be curvy lines, any type of line that you can think of. You'll be creating shapes within shapes. So inside of my body, let's start there. I'm going to do some wavy lines. I'll do one, and I'll do another one right here. Right? So in between these two lines, this whole space right here, whatever color I decide to color, whether I leave it white, that's a new shape, and that's what I want to look really interesting. So I'm thinking hard about what lines can I put in to make the shapes that I create look kind of cool. So I don't want to do all of one thing because all of one thing's a little boring in my book. So I did curvy lines here, 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 and here. So a different type of line I could use is a straight line. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll do a couple of diagonal lines. Might mix up where they go. What's another line I could do? It's a line I have not done. Oh, I know what I can do. Do a spiral. Maybe a looped. And I really do like zigzags, so I'm going to finish. Now you decide you don't want to get things too cluttered where you lose your shape. So, if you have maybe this big, it might be time to stop in those areas because those have a lot. These don't have a lot of space. So, if you want to add more lines, add them in the bigger spots, which is what I'm going to do. And just like I said, I think it's getting a little full. I think it's full. And I don't think I overdid it, so I'm going to stop because I still like it. And I'm going to take that energy of adding lines to create shapes up here. This is going to be my face, so this is the clothing, the body. This is going to be the face, so I got to figure out, do I want to have a face at all? Like, do I want to make eyes? And I do. And I want to have glasses. There's his glasses. Might add a nose, but I'll just do the letter D for my nose. Now that I've finished the face and the body, now all I need to do is add arms and legs. It's a great time if you've only used a few lines to try to think up what's a new line that I haven't used yet. If I used a bunch of straight, try using some curvy. If I've used a bunch of curves lines, why not use a zigzag or some straight lines? Mix it up for your limbs. Make them a little bit different than things you've already done. few more things before I move on to the coloring. I'm going to add some sort of thing, something on top of the head. You might think it hair, you might think it a silly hat. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to look where can I place my whole fist or a big portion of my hand in my drawing. If I can put my whole fist or my whole hand down, that means that that's open space, and I might want to fill it. That way there's more to enjoy in the artwork. You don't want to have it so cramped where everything looks as tight as it does right here in this area, but you do want to fill out the thing. So I'm going to take a moment and fill the rest of my artwork up, the head and around the body, and I'll check in a little bit. Okay, guys, I think I'm done with the drawing part. I might think about adding something to this open space over here, but I haven't decided yet. I went ahead and added some things that this person was holding. I think that I started making some lines, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and these lines turned into shapes, and then the shapes I connected with a vertical line and then a diagonal line. And then I just thought of it, it would be really cool if I imagine this person was holding like an abstract balloon. And I was like, well, how do I fill up the space? And I started just doing a couple symbols, stars, and I liked the way it looked. And it just turned into, this person's holding a balloon at night. And that's kind of where I ended up. If you finish your artwork and you're like, I really like all the shapes and how the shapes were created by the lines I added, and I'm ready to color, then you use whatever coloring materials you have available and you get right to it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'm super excited that you guys got to spend some time with me today. I appreciate you following along if that's what you did, or perhaps you were a person that followed along for a bit and then decided to be a little creative and go your own way. Whatever you decided, I think that's fine. I can't wait to see what you came up with. I can't wait to hear the good things your teacher has to say about your artwork. Until next time, my friends, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.